Good morning, you guys, or at least it's morning when I'm filming this. It'll probably be afternoon by the time you're watching this. But today I thought it would be fun to do a little full face slash get ready with me using all the products that I'm currently trying to pan right now. So I have two project pans going on my channel. I have my regular, it's not a year-long project pan. I'm doing 3 4-month-long project pans this year, and then I also have a Harry Potter project pan going on my channel right now. I will link the latest updates to both of those projects down below, but I thought it would be kind of fun to sit down and create a look with just those products. I was surprised that I actually had a product in like almost every single category. So I'm excited to see how this look comes together, so let's hop into it. Alright guys, so I did do one eye off camera just because I had like no idea where I was going with my makeup today. I just did kind of a simple pinky eye. I guess I should tell you which palette I decided to use. So I decided to use my Juvia's Place Juice palette because this is in my Harry Potter project pan. I never ever thought I would try to pan a palette again, but this is more of like a, I want to hit my usage goal in this palette, not necessarily trying to hit pan, and that method has worked really, really well for me. So first I want to start off with this pink shade called Cream, and I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush from ColourPop. This is the E2, and I did already prime my eyes with my Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eye Base. So I'm just fluffing this through my crease over top of a wet base. Okay, next I'm going to take my favorite shade in the palette, which is Custard right here on a Morphe M433, and I'm going to start putting this in my outer corner. Oh, how pretty is that shade, you guys? I'm also going to take this through my crease a little bit, but keeping it pretty low in the crease. I feel like I love these like really low contrast looks on other people. Like Kelly Gooch looks so beautiful in these like really soft looks where there's not a lot of contrast between the shades. But I feel like I don't know if I can rock them. But we're going to try today. Just going to go in with a bit more of Custard just to try to re-intensify it a little bit. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my NYX glitter glue. This is not a product that I'm panning. I'm just trying to get some more use out of it because it's my only glitter glue. And I'm just going to squirt a little bit onto the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to take this little itty bitty Kaleido Cosmetics brush, load up some product on there, and kind of give myself a cut crease with the glitter glue. Taking it about, I would say 2/3 of the way across my lid. And then with that exact same brush, I'm going to dip into this beautiful light pink shade called Puffs. And I'm going to pat that shade directly over top of where we placed the glitter glue. Okay, I have a weird question for you guys. So I know we're all wearing masks right now. But when you do your makeup before you like put on your mask, like here's what's happening. Today I have to go grocery shopping after I get this filming done. And I'm wondering, do you guys wipe off your entire face of makeup, so like eyeshadow and like here up included, or do you just wipe off like what's going to be under your mask? Usually I just take everything off, but today I'm kind of feeling like leaving my eyeshadow on. Now that I've got that shade placed all over my lid, I'm just going to take the brush that had that beautiful bright purple on it and just tap over the edge of that shimmer shade just to give it a little bit more of a blend. And then I'm going to take this beautiful deep brown right here called Chocolat. I feel like it's like the French spelling of chocolate. Don't quote me on that though. And I'm just going to take that on a little itty bitty angled brush. And I'm going to start creating a small wing. My wings are already uneven. Oh, maybe not too bad. Why do I feel like that was the easiest wing I've ever created in my life? I mean, they're not. They're a little bit lopsided. I feel like one of my wings always ends up a little bit more like angled, and one of them ends up being a little more like curved. I don't know. I'm not in the mood to fight with them today. Thankfully, I have a little makeup eraser handy dandy. This one is like nasty. It is so stained, but it still takes everything off. And I'm just going to take the point of my makeup eraser and just sharpen that wing up. Same with the other side. I feel like this one's still a little bit chunkier, but we're just gonna move on. I'm not in the mood to fuss with it a whole lot today. So moving on to my base, I've really just been skipping primer lately, but I have been mixing a primer into my foundation. And the combo that I've been using is my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation with my LA Girl White Foundation and my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. These three together have been absolutely fantastic. The e.l.f. primer is in my unofficial project pan, and the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation is in my current project pan. So I'm just going to start making a little foundation cocktail on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to start mixing it together. The e.l.f. putty primer is a little bit difficult to mix in, but once you warm it up on the back of your hand, it's not too bad. And then I'm just going to start to kind of patch this onto my face with my fingers and then blend it in with the sponge. This gives a really, really pretty medium coverage finish. Oh my goodness, you guys, I just realized that like I'm almost actually hitting pan on my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You can see like in person, I don't know if you guys can be able to see on camera, but like right there I can like almost see the bottom. So that's really cool, that's really exciting. I don't think I'll be able to hit pan on any other products while I'm filming this video, but that's okay. So for concealer, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This isn't like officially in a project pan, but it's going into my unofficial project pan, simply just because this is the oldest concealer in my collection. So I want to make sure that I'm getting use out of it before it goes bad. I think I stopped using this one because I felt like the shade was just a little bit too light for me. I know, shocking, but for a while this was my absolute favorite concealer. Okay, I am gonna go in with a little bit of cream blush and a little bit of cream highlighter. I don't really have a cream bronzer that I'm trying to pan, although it's kind of killing me right now to not use one. I don't think I've used a powder bronzer on my face in probably a couple months. Like every time I do, I just look at it, I'm like, I wish I put my cream bronzer on. But for my cheeks, I am trying to pan my Kosas Color and Light Duo in the shade Velvet Melon. This is in my Harry Potter project pan. I feel like this doesn't quite match my eye look, but it'll be fine in the end. We'll top it with something if we need to. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this to my cheeks. Oh, this is such a pretty color. I've been obsessed with my Tower 28 cream blush, which I hauled in my most recent Sephora haul. I can link that below if you guys haven't seen it. But that's been pretty much like the only blush that I've been wearing. I've been really, really obsessed with it. Okay, I know that looks a little crazy right now, but we'll blend it in just a second. And then for cream highlighter, I'm going to take my ColourPop Light Sticks. This is also in my Harry Potter project pan. This one is in the shade Star Bright, and my favorite way to apply this is to actually load it up on like this little itty bitty kabuki brush. I think I got this brush in like a BoxyCharm or something, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have it too. And then I just kind of stamp it exactly where I want it. Oh. Look at the glow that this provides. Oh my goodness, you guys. I feel like I cannot do my makeup without this product now. Maybe not for like my everyday life because this is a teeny bit glittery. So it's not my favorite for like super natural makeup days, but if I'm on camera, I need that glow. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to take this flat side of my sponge right here and just press those products into my cheeks to really blend them together. And then I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder just to set all of that down. Just taking a little itty bitty sponge for under my eyes. I'm also using that little sponge to really, really set down my smile lines. And then I'm just going to take the butt of my sponge to set down the rest of my face. Alright, now you guys, it is time to go in with bronzer. I'm going to take a little bit of my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. I haven't worn this bronzer in a very long time, but it is one that's in my unofficial project pan and has been for quite a while. I'm going to try applying it with this gigantic fan brush from AOA Studio. It's the F11 brush. I've applied contour with this brush before, but I don't know if I've ever applied bronzer, and I haven't, as I said, I haven't been wearing a lot of powder bronzer, so I was looking at my little brush collection over there. I'm like, maybe I should try a different brush. But I'm just going to load some bronzer up on that brush and lightly hit the hollows of my cheeks. Okay, I don't hate it. I feel like it's looking a little bit contour-y, but we'll blend that out. I'm literally using the viewfinder as a mirror. That is never a good idea. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, I really like how that's applying that to my forehead. Okay, I'm liking this more than I thought I would. I still miss my cream bronzer, but it's really not too shabby. I'm just going to take a little bit down the neck as well. And then I'm just going to take the butt of my sponge that we had some powder on before and just kind of press over that to blend it in. Okay, yeah, I'm surprisingly pleased with how that went on. I feel like I need just a little bit more blush, but I don't know if I pulled the blush out. Okay, so I'm actually going to dip back into the Deuce palette for my blush, and I'm just going to take, I think I'm going to take the shade Cream. I've heard Kelly Gooch say that she uses definitely the pink, maybe not the purple, as blush before from this palette. I've just got this on like a This is a Wet n Wild brush. I want to say it's the P53. Again, I haven't worn a lot of powder blush lately, so this is so weird right now. And once again, I'm going in with my sponge. And then just because I can, and I'm trying to cram as many products as I can on my face right now to get more use out of my Project Pan items, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Glow Gleam and Beam palette, and I think I'm going to go for this glitter shade right here on my F19 brush from AOA Studio. I'm just going to pop that on the very tops of my cheekbones for a little something something. Okay guys, I hate filling in my brows on camera. I feel like I just get self-conscious when I do it. So I did want to tell you that I'm going to use my Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil to fill in my brows off camera. This pencil's a little bit dark for my eyebrows, but if I go in really lightly, I can make it work. So I'm going to hop off camera, fill my brows in, and then we'll be back to finish up the face. Alright guys, so I zoomed you back in so we could finish off the eyes. I did go ahead and finish off this eye off camera just to kind of figure out what I was going to do with this eye on my lower lash line, and you'll be proud of me, I went a little bit different from my upper lash line. If you guys have been around my channel for a little while, I tend to keep it super simple on my lower lash line and usually just mimic my crease, but I didn't today. So I'm going to start off by taking the shade Chocolat over here on a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to start working this kind of into the outer, I would say 2/3 of my lower lash line. I'm letting it smudge down a little bit. And then I'm going to take the shade Crepes right here on this little fluffy round pencil brush. It's the E132 from AOA Studio. And I'm going to run this right over top of that beautiful dark brown to really smoke it out. I said this was going to be like a super low contrast look, and it's getting real smoky real fast. And then before I go in with anything else on my lower lash line, I'm going to take the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner. I want to say this is the shade Piggy Bank. And I'm going to put some of this into my waterline. Oh, there goes a chunk of it. Well, I'm going to attempt to put this in my waterline. I despise how hit and miss these ColourPop liners are. It's a tad bit ridiculous. And then I'm going to wet this little rounded pencil brush. This is the Luxie 111. A little spritz of setting spray, and then I'm going to go into the shade called Mont Blanc, which is usually a shade that I'm a little bit afraid of. I'm not a big cool toned gal, and I'm going to pop this on the inner portion of my lower lash line. And then I'm just going to wipe that brush off a little bit on my makeup eraser, and then I'm going to go into the shade Tarte right here and pop that on my inner corner. Okay guys, I'm going to hop off camera really quick, apply some mascara, and then we'll be back for lips. Alright guys, I'm back with some mascara, and I feel like that makes all the difference with an eye look. Still don't know if I would classify this as my favorite eye look ever, but I'm not that mad at it. So now I'm going to go in with lips, and I'm going to go in with my Ulta High Shine Lip Gloss in this like light purpley shade. I got this in a Christmas set years ago. This is in my regular Project Pan, and I'm just going to apply this to my lips. Alright you guys, I think that's actually going to complete this look. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love doing these just like chill, kind of get ready with me, full face of videos. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let me know in the comments down below, like, how evenly balanced is your Project Pan? Like, do you have like an even balance of face products, lip products? Are you like really heavy on like eye products or lip products? I feel like I've done a pretty good job, especially this year, with keeping my Project Pan pretty evenly spread across the different categories in my collection. But I would love to know how you like to structure yours and what works for you guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, if you want to catch up with either of the current Project Pans that I have going on my channel, I will link the latest updates down below. And usually in those updates, I link the previous updates. If you guys want to start from the beginning, definitely check that out. But that's gonna wrap it up for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.